This is Apopong sub-county, Palisade district in eastern Uganda. The sub-county has an average population of 26,000 people, largely from the Bagweri and Itesots tribes. Majority of the residents are farmers growing cassava, potatoes, millet, rice, groundnuts and beans. For a long time, residents in Apopong complained of water scarcity. Of the 26,500 residents, only 9,900 had access to safe clean water. Waterborne diseases like cholera and diarrhea were very common here. Walalawo John Patrick used this water situation to advance his political ambition of taking up the area's district councillor's office. During his campaign, he promised to change the water situation if voted into office. Since Apopong residents were very desperate, they gave Walalawo the benefit of doubt.
I went to Kampala, where there is a friend of mine, the Minister of Water. That one, she was, at that time, she was the Minister of Water, Honorable Maria Mutagambwa. I went there and I took there my request to her. When she left that office, she decided to refer me to the Office of Water and the Ministry.
Apopong came into the picture when I received a communication from head office that there is a councillor who wanted, claiming that 13 villages didn't have water, and he was requesting for support. So from that, I had to go to the field to establish what is happening in all those in the villages, and then we approached the sub-county to get the technical team to go to the field.
So they reached there without me. They came the next time again. I moved with them and I showed the areas.
We realized that the existing water sources were lacking. As much as they were there, operation and maintenance was poor. Some of them, the slabs were almost hanging in the space. Others were non-functional, and we saw one which had a cover which was open, and the community were not bothered at all, and they didn't know the dangers. So I told him that we cannot give you more water until we see a change in that sub-county, because the investments we are putting there from the field visit showed that they were not sustainable.
With that in mind, Walalawo jumped into action. He was tasked to ensure that the available water sources are clean and functional, fenced, the jerrycans are clean, to promote safe water chain, and have in place a fully operational users committee that collects water fees for each of the water sources.
I gave him a deadline for Feb to ensure that there is change, and I asked him that that change should be sustainable, not just one-off.
I went through to the sub-county and I talked to VHT, LOCs, and parish chiefs, and I talked to them that we have to work together and we get more water from up.
Before he came, physically, with the purpose of what he had said, we were depending on the social mobilizers, the CDOs at the sub-county and the health assistants, whom thereafter we realized that despite other issues, they were not doing what are expected of them.
We were sensitizing the people before even he came as a district councillor, following his lobbying of these water sources. As a sub-county, we were mobilizing our people. But the water user communities were not very serious.
They had bad language to abuse those chiefs who are controlling these community, these bowels. They abused them for the community water user they left.
Today, the story is different. The councillor's efforts are evident. All the boreholes have an active users committee which was elected by the community. During the last Technical Support Unit 4 inspection, Walalawol proudly led the team to all the boreholes.
In December when we came, this water source was non-functional and it was in the open. But as of today, you can even see for yourself that it has been fenced and it was repaired by the community.
I went to the people and I told them what they can do on this borehole. And they accept to bring the money to buy nails, and some other members, they bring the trees, and we make the fence. And to tell them to make the executive of this borehole, which it is there right now.
This is Okwi borehole. It is more significant to Walalawo because it serves people from his hometown. His presence here caused for excitement among his people. People who had desperately looked for safe water. There is no doubt that water has made Walalawo a very popular man in the area.
When Madam came, we found this borehole when it was not fenced. And even he tried to give us the way how we can put that borehole as it is now. He told us to cement. They cemented, they put the fence, and even the jerrycan, as you can see, they're okay. Naibo, Mr. Sogol, they are chairman.
Our work is to see that all jerrycans are clean and that water users do not fight because of congestion. We allow them to fetch water till 11 p.m. We also collect money from the people. At the moment, we have 40,000 on our account waiting for any problem that may happen to the borehole.
As the users of this water source, we clean the borehole compound, wash our jerrycans very well, and make sure everything is clean. We also weed the compound, fence it, desilt it, and wash the slab.
Walalawo's case is unique, probably because most councillors have shied away from fulfilling their responsibilities in the water sector. Councillors are expected to mobilize and sensitize the communities, enact bylaws to facilitate the implementation and operation of the water supply and sanitation facilities, show exemplary leadership, prioritize communities, and support the organization of framework for planning, implementation, and monitoring of water and sanitation projects. Walalawo's biggest challenge is finding enough fuel to move to all the water sources in this sub-county.
I recommend that all political leaders follow suit and support the water sector so that we can have equity distribution of resources instead of asking for more for where they are already served. They should consider those areas which have not been served as a priority.
When we work together like in Apopong, we could now cause change in the maintenance of water and the provision of sanitary facilities at the household level.